Welcome, good evening. Welcome for those of you who are here in the sanctuary, and welcome to our love streamers who are streaming in from around the globe. We are here, this is our Soul Center Wednesday night midweek meditation service. Oh. And I just got the sign that I need to turn on my microphone, so welcome again. I'm Reverend Keith, this is our Soul Center midweek meditation. We're getting ready to move into stillness and enjoy the sublime of the divine. So for those of you who are here, I'm going to invite you to make sure any cellular device you have is in either off or do not disturb, or preferably meditation mode. For those of you streaming in live, you might want to just put yours on do not disturb. And as always, we come together in our midweek meditation to commune with the divine. And as we get ready for that, we're going to begin with our reading and our evocation.
Thank you. Good evening. My name is Lynn Shanky. Our reading this evening is from Your Faith is Your Fortune by Neville. One of the first things we must realize is that it is impossible in dealing with the spiritual law of consciousness to put new wine into old bottles or new patches on old garments. That is, you cannot take any part of the present consciousness into the new state. For the state sought is complete in itself and needs no patching. Every level of consciousness automatically expresses itself. To rise to that level of any state is to automatically become that state in expression. But in order to rise to the level that you are now not expressing, you must completely drop the consciousness with which you are now identified. Until your present consciousness is dropped, you will not be able to rise to another level. Do not be dismayed. This letting go of your present identity is not as difficult as it might appear to be. The invitation of the scriptures to be absent from the body and to be present with the Lord is not given to a select few. It is a sweeping call to all of mankind. The body from which you are invited to escape is your present conception of yourself with all its limitations, while the Lord with whom you are present is your awareness of being. Let us take a moment in prayer. As we turn within to that beautiful space of gratitude, I just remember all that I have to be grateful for. I'm grateful for Wednesday evenings to connect to the divine, connect to myself, connect here at Soul Center. I'm grateful for Soul Center, grateful for Reverend Keith, grateful for this beautiful spiritual home that we have, grateful that spring is in the air and the sunshine and the flowers, everything is so beautiful. I'm grateful also to know and to recognize that God is the one presence, the one power, the one love and light, the creator of the universe. How great thou art. As I remember this, that God is everything, that God is in and as everything, I'm reminded and I know in my heart that I am one with God, that each and every one of us are one with the divine presence. I know that we are all here on this beautiful benevolent journey, this wonderful place called Earth, enjoying this journey together, lighting the path with our love, our light, our kindness. I know that this night is the perfect night. We have heard in the reading the beautiful reminder that we are letting go of that old paradigm and moving into a new way of being. One with God, one with the universe, one with each other, and blessing this night together, knowing that it is perfect, that we are each exactly where we should be. Blessing this time as we get still and listen to that beautiful, loving voice inside of our hearts, that voice from God. Blessing Reverend Keith as he guides us through this meditation. Blessing our consciousness as we are opening up and expanding and being more loving, being more kind, being more full of joy, remembering who and whose we are. I simply let it be, and so it is. Amen.
So it is. Amen. Thank you, Lynn, and welcome. And if you just tuned in or just showed up, I'm Reverend Keith. This is our midweek meditation service, and we just had our beautiful reading and prayer by our beloved prayer chaplain, Lynn Shanky. And as it was talking about in the reading, there is a level of consciousness within us all that is seeking to radiate itself. As a matter of fact, there are laws that govern the universe that are there's every single law, whether it is the law of gravity, whether it is the law of pyrotechnics, whether it is the law of attraction, whether it is the law of creation, every single one of them is about order and bringing about good. That is the inherent quality in every law that governs the universe. And the laws that govern the universe are back of everything in the manifest world. Nothing exists in the manifest world without the energy of creation and the laws thereof that bring everything into form. We know that in physics, and then we know it in metaphysics. And so the laws that govern the universe that are seeking to beget good, they indwell within us. The energy of creation is always seeking to flow through us. We, in the temporal incarnation of our personality, have free will and free choice, and we are like the conductor. We get to point the train in the direction we'd like it to go, and we get to regulate its speed and regulate what's going on the train. But if we comply with the divine impulse, it will take over and lay tracks in a direction that we couldn't possibly see and take us to places that will illuminate our immense divinity in a place of joy. So that's what meditation does. And meditation in the beginning is a practice, but truly it's our natural state of holy awareness. It's where we move into being aware of our consciousness, and you become aware of your lower consciousness from a place of higher consciousness. We might call it super consciousness, where you can witness your personality. And then you can allow the channels of energy to begin to broaden and expand as we realign and return to the beginning of our own selves. And of course, paradoxically, when we use language from duality to describe singularity, that's where you get paradoxical, meaning there is no beginning, there is no end, but when we go to the beginning, we're returning to the eternal. So there's infinite benevolent potentials and possibilities. And one of the laws, the law of associative memory, which can be handy because it creates an association. I've created an association that knows that this is a singing bowl that sings at the note of the heart chakra, and that I can use this to sound it off. I create associations with things. We create associations with knowing somebody's name. Those are all fairly innocent, but when we start to create associations that this is bad and this is good, and when this happens, I go into a reaction of despair, those associations are the ones we want to start to clean up and bring a clean slate. And that comes from our meditation practice. Because when you don't know what you don't know, you can't shift or change it. And so we are all on a shifting, changing trajectory, and that includes the law of transmutation that will heal and alchemize that which no longer serves us or limits or constricts us until we no longer need the law of transmutation.
Into the unknown and beyond.
And then we live solely, both S-O-L-E-Y and S-O-U-L-Y, from the law of creation, which is where we're all headed. We're going to allow that to be. And so the universe is elegant, dynamic, profound, and it is also simple. There's no difficulty anywhere in the universe. The universe is not efforting to shine the trillions and trillions of stars. It is not efforting to create gravity with a gravitational pull between the moon and the earth that brings waves that crash, high tide and low tide, that brings seasons. There's no efforting to move from spring into summer and summer into fall and fall into winter. It's all this elegant dance that we are going to participate in. Those are the circadian rhythms. And there are natural circadian rhythms within you, within me, not only as our individual bodies, but as our collective. And so we're just going to focus on our individual physicality, emotionality, and mentality this evening, bringing it into what is called balance, so that the natural rhythms can just have their way. With that, the rest is going to be self-explanatory. I will guide us, we'll balance, we'll sit in the stillness, we'll come out in a wave of prayer, and I'm just going to invite you to join me with a couple intentions. One is that we heal, grow, and expand only in benevolent, dynamic, profound, immediate, immaculate ways. Two is that we're going to allow this to be the best, deepest, most profound, most transformational, most delicious, benevolent meditation ever, and that we're going to allow ourselves to completely let go of any idea, any belief, any habit that is not rooted in 100% truth, the capital T truth. There is a truth that surpasses all wisdom and intellectual understanding. That capital T truth transcends lowercase t truth and facts. So we're going to go relinquish what is factual and move into what is actual and allow it to be good. I'm going to invite you to get comfortable, and we are going to turn within. If you choose to do this as an open-eyed meditation, you're more than welcome to do so. But I'm going to guess that most of us are going to do this as a closed-eyed meditation. If so, I'm going to invite you to go ahead and close your eyes. We're going to drop the lights in the sanctuary as we prepare to begin. And as always, we begin by giving ourselves permission to relax, by opening our hearts, our bodies, our emotions, our minds to the infinite source and supply of life force. We give ourselves permission by simply saying in our minds, I give myself permission to relax, to rejuvenate, and to expand into a greater awareness through peace and the eternal frequencies of love, harmony, and joy. We have no place to go. There's nothing to do except completely surrender into the vibration of creation and the energy of our soul. I invite you to bring your awareness to your breath, and solely through intention, allow your breathing to become deep and fresh, full and wide. As you inhale, I invite you to imagine and intend that we are drawing in the eternal frequencies, the divine vibrations, our innate angelic light. And as we exhale, we let go, deliberately releasing concerns, inhaling waves of peace. You can feel your inhalation making its way to the bottoms of your feet. And as we exhale, letting go of any tension, density, and inhaling waves of freedom and luminosity. Exhaling, we let go of efforting and trying. Inhaling, waves of effortless relaxation, spaciousness. Exhaling, we let go of figuring, seeking, analyzing. Inhaling, waves of clarity. Where you begin to feel your divine sensorium opening, the inner eye awakening. I invite you to bring your awareness to the middle of your brow and allow the inner eye to open fully. To the divine vision of your life, of all life. I invite you to become aware of the still small voice as we allow the outer ears to let go of distraction and merge with the inner ear, attuning to the still small voice. I invite you to imagine your crown on the top of your head is wide open. And that you can feel emerging, a converging of the surface mind with the wisdom of our higher mind, opening to providence, inspiration, revelation. As we continue to allow a holy awareness to overwhelm us, I invite you to bring your awareness to your right eye and cheek, the right side of your jawbone, and your right shoulder, your right elbow, palms and fingers of your right hand, your right hip, your right thigh and hamstring, your right shin and calf and ankle. And from the tips of the toes on your right foot all the way up to your right ear and the right hemisphere of your brain, you can feel waves of light beginning to bring into balance an awareness of oneness with your left temple, your left ear, your left shoulder, and elbow, your left thumb and fingers, the left side of your torso and hip, the upper leg of your left leg, and down to your left ankle. You can feel from the tips of your left toes to the top of your left hemisphere of your brain waves of light, the channels rising up and down both the left and right side of your body, and emerging as the meridians that travel from left to right and right to left, bring into harmony and balance, masculine and feminine, yin and yang, perfect balance, perfect harmony. Being and doing in synergy. I invite you to bring your awareness to the back of your body, the back of your head, your shoulder blades, your spine, your glutes, the backs of your knees, down to your heels. You may become aware of the energy behind you, the energy of the past. You may become aware of divine receptivity. I invite you to let go of the past and begin to feel it merging into the presence. Feel an awakening and an opening of divine receptivity. I invite you to bring your awareness to the front of your body, to your forehead and your nose, to your chin and collarbone, to your midsection and belly button, to your kneecaps and the tops of your feet. It brings an awareness to what is before us, perhaps the energy of the future, the energy of giving forward. Allow it all to melt and merge into the energy of the presence, timelessness, spaciousness, freedom. And I invite you to bring your awareness to the top of your energy field, to your soul star, your 8th and 9th chakras, and feel the energy of your soul, the invisible, yet tangible, the infinite, the eternal of our own beingness, the very beginning of creation for us individually, the divine idea of our lives. And I invite you to bring your awareness to the south pole of your energy field. To your earth star, your 10th chakra. Become aware of the perfect correlate of a material expression of a divine idea, the perfection of your radiant body, and the brilliance of Mother Earth, the perfection of creation manifest. You'll begin to notice energy traveling up and down, back and forth, from your earth star to your soul star, from the top of your energy field to the bottom. And we can feel the northern and southern hemispheres converging at our heart. And simply allowing the natural circadian rhythms to bring everything into balance. As above, so below. And as we bathe in the energy of creation, the vibration of our soul, as we observe our own lives. If there's anything to release, to let go of, an idea, a belief, a habit, a judgment that is not of truth, that is not of your soul, we let it go. Exhaling and releasing it. And as we inhale, we feel the energy of truth fortifying, bringing forward revelation that fills that space. And it is here that we rest and relax in the stillness. We continue feeling the energy of purification, alchemizing our entire physical, emotional, and mental bodies. I invite you to become aware of the energy of creation. The highest, grandest, greatest idea of your life and all of the qualities and attributes, gifts, and talents associated with them. I invite you to allow that energy to cascade, flood, have its way, and expand your very beingness with vitality, to fortify allow the fortification to flood you with divine strength, overwhelm you with faith and optimism, clarity, and profound understanding. fortified. And I invite you to feel the energy of infinite, benevolent supply. And allow it to amplify. The supply of all good, the source, the origin of creation, the supply of time, nurturance, support, ceaseless, endless supplies of good, prosperity, clarity. Allow the amplification to expand. And you can feel this energy traveling, expanding the channels and meridians, increasing the wattage, opening divine receptivity. And you begin to feel the energy of circulation. All that I send out in good returns to me multiplied minimally tenfold. Feel this circadian rhythm. This evolutionary impulse. And let it expand, amplifying. Glorifying. And you begin to feel a humble sense of oneness with creation and the Creator. Feel into your oneness with and as God. A humble sense of devotion that knows no separation. Glorifies. Let me take a moment in devotion as we recognize and remember the truth. As we feel it, see it, seek it, sense it. We are, have been, always will be, eternally bound in the divine vibration of bliss, goodness. There is an energy of creation that goes before us to bring everything into form. It brought our body into form, the planet, the stars, and all of the creatures. We feel our oneness with God and all of creation, remembering what it means. I am formed and fashioned in thy image and likeness. Heavenly reverberations tingling through our bones and being. We continue to allow the breath to deepen and expand. And we continue to allow ourselves to remember this great truth. I am as thou art. Thou art as I am. I'm grateful for this time outside of time to relax, to fortify, amplify, glorify, and ground the eternal frequencies through my own electromagnetic field and the true I am of my beingness to shine. Grateful for our time together, and grateful to allow ourselves to transform, up-leveling, uplifting into a greater and grander experience. And it is from a place of deep and abiding gratitude, knowing we will allow this as we sustain, maintain, and expand a lucid state of divine awareness to continue, that we may be in the world but not of the world, to anchor heaven on earth as our experience here and now, retroactively and proactively. We agree to allow the boundless, infinite brilliance, benevolent beauty to have its way to, through, and as our beingness, in acceptance, by saying, and so I let it be. And so it is. Amen. And as that energy continues to flow from the top of your energy field through your entire physicality, emotionality, and mentality down to your Earth star, as we come back into a lucid state of divine awareness, the lights are going to come up. And although we already balanced our masculine and feminine energies, if you need a little extra balancing or grounding, opposite hand to opposite knee with a little squeeze, we're back. And I appreciate all of you tuning in and those of you here in the room. If you would like to make an appreciation donation, we're happy to accept them. We are a 501c3. If you want to make a tax-deductible donation, we want the paradox is it's a no strings attached, but we're also not going to stop you if you want to make a donation. For those of you here, there's a box at the back of the room that you can put cash or checks. And for those of you here or streaming in live, you can see on the screen different ways, whether it's Venmo, PayPal, text to donate, or going to soulcenteroc.com and clicking on the Give button. We have been transitioning over to a new system of giving, and that should be in full swing shortly, but just know that we are making it a cleaner, more beautiful experience. And thank all of you for streaming live. Thank all of you for being here. And of course, we will be here Sunday. I'll be here. 10 a.m. for meditation, 10:30 for our music and our message. And on the 15th of May, we will begin our 5-week affirmative prayer class. And that will be 5 Thursdays from 6 to 8 p.m. Pacific time. You can register now. Early registration is through this Sunday evening, and then the price goes up. And then on the 17th of May, a Saturday, right here in this room, we're going to do, in this whole building, in our space, we're going to do our Praycation Retreat. It's a half-day retreat where we will come together and enjoy fellowship, prayer, meditation, food, fun, and it'll be wonderful. So join us. And that early registration is open through this Sunday evening. So we'll see you tomorrow on the Daily Affirmative Prayer. We'll see you tomorrow on the Daily Affirmative Prayer. And thank you. Peace and blessings.